we go. World of Ability. My name is Sue Roscoff. Episode of the year. I can't believe we are at the end of 2023, but here it is. Today is Saturday, December 30th, 23, and we have had such an amazing year. This past year are actually mind-blowing when I think of all we've met, all of the people who've been on here sharing their stories, their insights, sharing their passion for what they do. A real blessing, and I am so excited for what this 2024 is going to be huge. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Emily because we have amazing guests with us today, and with some absolutely spectacular news, all the things that are going on. I'm so excited to hear all of what. Emily, I'm going to bring you on in if you want to go ahead and do some introductions, please.
Okay, it looks like we might have our people, but so I guess we can start with Marianne if you're there. We got Marianne through the Happy Neighborhood Project. She was living in Hawaii. Oh, it looks like we might have lost her. Oh, never mind. I did not in the right spot. So it's in Hawaii, but is now living in Mexico. But she's an author, app developer, sign language interpreter, and so on. So Mary, why come in here and say a little bit more about who you are, what you do?
Thank you, World of Ability and Transform You Media out of Canada for hosting this Saturday here for all of us to network and share our stories, share our dreams. And yes, I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series. Books are written for animation movies with sign language characters, soundtrack by local Hawaiian artist Lucy and the Big Wave. Next guitar sounds dolphins, and it happens to be whale watching season. So I had a great opportunity to sail on Mary Arlene from San Carlos, Mexico to Mazatlan, Mexico, and swim with and sea turtles and catching fish and seeing the clean water. And we have a special guest named Lena McLaughlin here for the Clean Water Foundation, who's doing amazing things of bringing filters worldwide to schools, clinics, hospitals, and community in Arizona. He's got some updates with us, and what an amazing 2023. I can tell you that we've got the series up. I've uploaded 10 Apple app games for online courses to the chapters of the books. And the series is about ocean cleanup of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California, which is just one of them. And we have Rapid Acts of Kindness, No Bully for Anti-Bullying message, and to be of service and learn basic sign language, finger spelling, alphabet, and Righteous Acts of Kindness featuring Pono the Hawaiian Polo Pony, which is the short book, who happens to have a deaf rider, and we learn about the different lei colors of the multiple islands in the Hawaii. And we are working on cool kindness for climate change, and it's going to be featuring Waterflow the whale, and that is Waterflow for the whale, for the love of water. And we're creatively working with my five in Pakistan to develop different products And so it's been great fun here to let the creativity go. It's like Christmas every day because I put it out there and I don't know what I'm going to get as a present. And it seems like Leon and his team is in support of this kindness series. So take it away, Leon. Tell us your story here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And you're right, it's going to be a 24. We're going to come in kicking, as they say. We just teamed up with a private equity firm that's working on with Arizona. So the hope, if anybody would like to out of the area for the water, you don't have to change the filters and 10,000 gallons of water has been used, and the units last for like 30 years, so they're really, really durable. And www.cleanwaterfoundationwa.org if you are and would like to volunteer your service. Any kind of people that would like to bring clean, fresh drinking water to the Hopi and now you're welcome. Our whole theme is working together works. And I was just telling Marianne Equity Company that will now be joining us to open up these water called juice bars that they're going to open up in the United States. 10% of those funds will go to the Clean Water Foundation to purchase water treatment plants, water Hopi and Navajo and children around the world. So working together, work win the prize unless you advertise. So being in water projects, we got in contact with this some friends connected us up to a project we were doing in El Salvador, and now they want to get involved, which is awesome. And with Mariana Waikiki, created this beautiful water flow to well and the love of water t-shirts. T-shirts is going to be an that will be opening up with this private equity that we're working with, and that'll be part of the merchandise, along with what Mariana Waikiki doing with her project that she's creating with the muppets and the puppets and also her coloring. We got super lucky, the private equity company, to actually give us one of their marketing guys who's going to help us market our things along with Mariana Waikiki. And that marketing guy is from Kellogg's Corporation and Kraft Foods, and that involved, and they're creating this thing called Accessibility 24, which is gonna be video 24/7 mobile marketing tool for us to use, and they're gonna help us from A to Z. Get it better than that. So yeah, 2024 is a great year. When I told the tribe about it on the Hopi and Navajo reservation, they were really happy. This week, they had threatened to water off because of the arsenic levels was the maximum and with their water, they couldn't use our machines anymore. Even though we put water purification machines on the station, with no water, you couldn't use the machine. They would have to travel 4 hours to get clean drinking water, round trip, and they didn't have the money to spend to purchase water. So now they're putting a pipeline in that they already had on the reservation, but it'll still have arsenic from where the water source is going through that pipeline, but it won't be as high as the maximum level, but it still levels of arsenic in that lifespan on the Hopi and Navajo is like 45 for the man, 50, I think, for the average woman. Babies is getting cancers and people, teenagers at 16 years old is getting cancers because of drinking contaminated water. So we're really happy to have this private equity company to come in and let us put a water treatment plant on the reservation so we can stop that arsenic from the mining companies that actually polluted their land, that created the arsenic and uranium in their water. So yeah, we got some great stuff going on 2024.
You know, it's something that is still, this is something my head kind of explode just a little. Like, we just take for granted that we have water to drink, right? It's something
Exactly.
that where I am, I just totally take it for granted. We can run to the store. I can even probably walk to a store that I could actually go get water if I want. And I'm hearing that people go 4 hours to get clean water to drink. There's something wrong with this picture.
Yeah, in Arizona, this is not like you're saying, okay, I'm in the bowels of Africa
Right.
to get this water. This is right outside of, which was amazing. I even found out about it and got involved in the project. So you're exactly right. Freshest water ever. Like you said, get some water. But imagine traveling 4 hours round trip, and you can't really afford to go. You know, look at gas prices. So imagine you're on a reservation. You the poorest of the poor, and now I got to drive. That doesn't even make sense. And it's a lot of homes there have no running water, and we had to put these design custom-made water units in those homes just so they could have water, and create these washing stations that they helped created and got invented with this gravity. So even the home, you know, they have homes with water, but it was from the get-go homes on the reservation with no running water. That was horrible. And then homes that was getting water, it's like, this is genocide. And basically, when I talked to the tribe and they were telling me that, and they said, well, it's a pipeline that we can connect to the water source, and we're going to try to connect that and but it'll still be arsenic because where the water is, it's that's going to be part of may need, because now it's about connections, and it's like they said, my magic lies in my people ties. So connecting with people, that's what we're doing.
I absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
I'm really excited too. I just want to let you guys know too that my writer Suzanne is also in Mexico. She relocated from and we have been in the cool acts of kindness. I've outlined it with my fiber team in Pakistan, of the chapters and the characters. So we kind of have a story theme, and looking forward to working with that. So we're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll in 2024.
Awesome. Yeah, it has things have happened this year, and all that you guys are talking about. I absolutely love it. There's a lot. Can you explain again what into that? Because it's your students have had a little time off, and this time of year when people are thinking about, oh, I can donate somewhere. Here's an option that will really make a.
Yes, well, the statistics here. I don't know if you can read, but Donors Choose has funded lots of projects for schools in a classroom team. The United States of America can go on choose.org, the books for their classroom. They can get puppets. They can get other a la carte kind of things, such as conditioning. My friend Marilyn Rogers requested a teapot for special education students, how to, maybe become an employee at a Starbucks coffee shops that we're going to be opening up in the next year as well. So it's a great organization again, and anybody can donate to it. So yeah, lots of good things can happen from Donors Choose. So they had a big fundraising event on Good Morning America, raised millions of dollars for donors for classrooms. You can go out and check out geographic maps. If you know somebody for your, kids, cousins, that are going to benefit from this series, and look for getting funding from Leon to bring them into animation movies, and they can be playing at these stores. So I'm really excited for 2024 and working with Leon McLaughlin Water Foundation. So,
And before I forget,
so who else do we have on here?
I was going to make sure we say what Leon's website is again too. So Leon, can you go ahead and share that one more time?
Yes, if anybody would like to donate or join us, our website, www.cleanwaterfoundation.org. We're a 501c3, been doing water projects for children around the world for over 20 years. And, any way you would like to join us, if you're an artist, if you want to donate one water unit, can provide clean, fresh drinking water. It's $150. It's a tax write-off. We're working on doing a water treatment plant. So concerts that we're giving, we having one May 18th in Kirkland, Washington, at a place called Heritage Hall. We need more artists to join us. We actually connected up with this young lady, Heidi LaCrosse. And she's donating some of her artwork that's at this World Art Show in Italy to our May 18th fundraising event.
And Rudy for being on this show here.
And like,
Who else is joining us?
I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to you for
The UK. Just a couple of weeks here for project getting his master's in project management. I've kind of been working with him the last couple of months here, so Dio, why don't you come in here and say a little more about who you are and so on there.
Thanks, Emily. My name is Dio. I'm so passionate about information technology, websites and mobile apps, just to ensure that technologically and businesses, and of course, I also created called Hard, launched June 28th of this year, and we were able to amass over 20,000 users. The mobile app, it's been very, very much successful so far, and and a person make lives better through information technology. So if you need somebody who if you know somebody, or you are the person that's a web developer or a mobile app developer, or somebody who is interested in having a marketer, or an SEO specialist rather, I think I'm the best person for you. So yeah, that's what I do in a nutshell. And I'm hoping to open your business, move to the next level. Thank you.
Excellent. So glad to have you here with, and excited for what's to come. You've got a big year looks like for you.
Yeah, it's been definitely ambition. First to having to get my master's in project management, because of I believe that with my skills, I could actually build a whole lot of project that would have more people using the project. So I decided to get deeply into management, because I think I really need, due to the fact that I've never really had this mindset of getting paid or from anybody. I've always wanted or build my own product that millions of people use. I believe that where I come from, Africa, needs somebody who is going to be the next Elon Musk, next Mark Zuckerberg, because the continent is really growing. So we need to build products that will sell to millions of people. And I feel like I'm one of these people that feel that gap. And that's why I, thought about spending 12 months to go for a master degree in, project management. And after having completed the degree, I can then, even before I completed it, before I complete the degree, I would found myself a lot of investors that would, see through my passion to be someone that, people will remember that they once met, normally, and not like you pay money to me or hear me talk. So it has always been the dream to push beyond normalcy, beyond boundaries that we've set for ourselves in Africa. So yeah, it's that millions of people would. It was like building a product that 20,000 people would. I did it. I did do that. I achieved it. I achieved it, and it's not something that I'm saying. So it's not something that I'm just like speaking of myself. I'm a goal-oriented person, and whatever I want to achieve, I would achieve it. Rather, I get. When I wanted to go for my masters, I had to support me. A lot of people did not support me, but I paid for the fee.
I love it. That will get you to where you want to go in life. I love it.
Yeah. I create my yes.
So many good phrases that have come in the last hour here. I create my yes. I love that.
So I don't care whether anybody tells me. I don't even want anybody to believe in me, and I don't need it. Who I am. I know who I am, and whoever invests in my dream now, whoever invests in me now, will understand the dream. So I don't need guys of myself. Very much confident every time.
Awesome. And now you said you have some apps that you've worked with. Where would somebody find those? What are they called again?
Yeah, I'll put in the chat. You can sheets. It's going to be the next big thing in Africa. Basically, yeah. I'm not speaking highly of anything. I'm just telling you facts. All right. You can always add wisdom.
Excellent. I love it. Somebody else that is hopped in to join us here. So I'm going to pass this back to Emily to do another introduction.
So we have another joining us from Arizona. I know we had our Debbie from earlier, but now we've got Derek. But who is in the county field and has a school. And so, hi, Derek. Welcome to the party and the show.
Hi, how's everyone doing today?
Good.
Doing great. It's the last show of the year. Celebrate and look ahead.
Oh, exciting. Just to introduce myself, my name is Derek Espada, Supporting Strategies. I do bookkeeping and accounting because I know you don't want to. And actually had a busy morning of onboarding some new clients. So it's exciting getting. I really focus on the people that can't swear, because a lot of times people want things perfect and handed to them so they don't have to do work. I do the messy stuff. I do the shoeboxes full of receipts. I do the I haven't filed my taxes in 5 years. All of that stuff that people just need help. And I have a great time helping people out. Just 30 minutes.
The cleaning. Your experience of reading underwater acts of kindness and Noah the hard of hearing whale pup before we met, and so Leon, he's going to tell you how much he loves these puppets.
Yeah,
Oh,
I have two whales. My wife and I use them to help ourselves through our arguments, because it's hard to really be mad at someone when they're talking through a whale. So it helps.
Or puppet in general.
Yeah, right.
What a great idea.
But yeah, the fun. I still need to play the games. I'm afraid to play the games because then I'll get hooked. But yeah, the book for adults. It for me, it reminds me to be kind, because sometimes it sometimes I forget, and it's a good reminder. And we share it with friends of ours that have kids, and they seem to be excited. I might have to order another version, because mine has tears and stains and all the things that come with sticky little hands of kids. But it's exciting, and it's exciting that they get excited. So to be able to spread a positive message to youngsters and adults through it, so it's great. And then whales are awesome.
That's a great testimonial. And we're working, like I said earlier, with one of the marketing guys from Kraft Foods and Kellogg's Corporation. I think that would be a great testimonial on what he said when we start this access mobility 24 video marketing service that we're working with them on. And put that testimonial on the site that we're working on. Yeah. Working together definitely works. I think this will be a bundle package, and I think it would be awesome to even put what you're doing, the accounting, bookkeeping, services that you do along with that testimonial from Marianne.
Love to. And we do accounting for. We make sure as well.
That's perfect.
The whale investors.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
that's what we have now. We definitely caught a whale. So yeah, Mariana has your information.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that, and along with what you're doing, and we'll get together with that marketing guy to set up.
And I just bought some new folk money puppets. I got the little wildcat finger puppets. So they here in Tucson, Arizona, the university mascot is a wildcat. So in the store, they had little finger puppets of the wildcats. And instead of just buying one, we bought 4.
Go big. I love it.
So, Derek, here's the t-shirt designs that we started creating for.
Have to travel 2 miles. You actually have to go around, and it turns into a 100-mile trip. So it's a different situation than we're used to. Just hop on a highway and get somewhere.
That's so true. And I was just telling Sue earlier, because they were talking about cutting their water off, and they were like, well, we have to do a round trip just to get clean water, just like what you just said.
Yeah.
So that's exactly right.
So,
Thank you for doing
actually,
that.
I'm curious then, with this in Arizona, is this something you hear? I know it's a question to ask you, but it's like I kind of assume this is and known because it's a problem.
I would say we don't get information from that area. So that area is it's technically what's called a sovereign nation. So it's almost its own country, but it's kind of like getting of anything. So everyone's very spread out. There's not much work, much infrastructure. So it's its whole world. And then as was mentioned, like the mining, they don't have control over the mines. So it's their land used with very little benefit, and then all the overflow, because there's no one there to monitor them, that it goes out into the environment. But it's also at the moment one of the larger energy stations for the entire. So there's a lot of conflict that goes around with that, and just in the area in general, like water in our area is a very resource that we're of. So we have tons of golf courses in Arizona, and even Lake Mead. So Lake Mead is one of our large water resources. That makes me sad is flying over it, and you can see where they used. You can't launch a boat anymore off the dock, and so where in this area is getting their water, and so it's Arizona, California, Nevada, Utah, fighting all over Colorado water. And then the Navajo Nation. And in that pecking order, they don't fall very high in it. So, situation up there. And so, like, any bit of help is always appreciated.
He's exactly right, and that's what I'm learning. I mean, he's more educated on it than me by me being a newcomer, coming out of Seattle. And when they told me the story along with the tribal leaders, because we give fundraisers there in year for them in the last like 4 years, and what one of the tribal leaders told me that
understandable, and so just trying to get into those communities to offer help, and then when you do offer help, it's like, yeah, but what's in it for you? And so there's a lot. There is an in that I need but the Native American Chamber of Commerce and Navajo, and they do a lot of work on and off the. They do a lot of governmental lobbying, and it's just an organization to maybe if there's any additional help out there.
And the Native American Chamber of Commerce, I'm glad you told me that. Yeah. Like I said, with a bee firm, we've been putting water units out there for the last 4 years, working with them, putting water in some of the schools and the houses, develop these gravity feeding water units for the homes that have running water. I don't know if you're aware. And you know, when COVID hit, they got hit the worst because with, I mean, no running water, and we these washing stations that they actually created to help out the people with the homes. So I like that Native Chamber. If let's try to get each other's info. I'll put my email in the chat, and if you can kind of connect me up with those guys. I don't know if you have to be out of state or if you that Native Chamber of Commerce. You know, like you said, outsiders with some of the tribal leaders there. So I do have some great connections on that reservation units in the homes, and I would love to join that. I will work with you on Congress.
Yeah, no, they're enjoyed and help out. You know, especially building to get that of self-sufficiency instead of, because a lot of the people on the reservoir working just to pay to go to work. So finding alternative solutions, I think.
Yeah, I'm actually.
No, you're exactly right.
Yeah, I'll be back to when I used to work at UW Milwaukee. I had, as part of my job, now granted, I've not been there for 12 years. I've been in another job, but between like 12 and 18 years ago, in that time range, I helped out with a high school program. In the summertime, we put on a thing that was called American Indian Science Scholar Program, and it was so much fun. We would have around, like, I don't know, 8-ish students that would come in the state of Wisconsin, somewhere from Minnesota, and we had a contact in Arizona that he was a teacher. And it's one of these things that it didn't occur to me at the time, but as I was the one that would go to the airport in Milwaukee to pick from that airport, we would be going over the Hone Bridge that when you look off as we're going right, it is a view of Lake. And I always did that on purpose because it was such a fun view. And now that I'm thinking back and understanding what I'm hearing right now, it's like, oh my gosh, that probably was like more. It wasn't just that it was pretty, it was like, oh my god, that water. because that's not something that they would have, and that never crossed my mind in all of that. I know I did that drive because it was so pretty. It's like, what a great introduction to see that view, because you got that to one side and the other side is downtown. And it was an impressive, you know. But now when I really think back, and after I'm hearing what I live, wow. Because Lake Michigan, when you look at it, it's kind of like when you're looking at the ocean. You don't decide. It literally is water as far as you can see. So
Yeah,
now,
I mean, you know, you look at Seattle, we got so much water, it's amazing. I mean, mountains, sparkling lakes, and you go out, different thing, and by them being desert farmers, imagine growing is contaminated, water is contaminated, and they basically got the water that they did have stolen from those mining companies. Energy. That's exactly right, and no representation. That's what that you know. You guys bring some of the greatest shows ever. I mean, like I said, we got the private equity company in now that knows about what's going on. I mean, wow, what a show of ability is definitely that. And I love the heart girl on it.
we
So
need
you
to
bringing
take
us
care
all
of our
together.
world. This is something, honestly, a lesson that can be learned. I gotta say, with the Science Scholars program that we did, as much as my role was to share science stuff, right? To be maybe going to college or think about careers that they maybe didn't think. That was our whole thing, was to do some science things with them that would really get them about possibilities. And in turn, I learned a lot because there was American culture, and I learned did these programs, enjoyed it all. Everybody was amazing. I'm still, I look at when I'm on Facebook that I'm still friends with at the time. So it's been educational in so many. And I think to be here. And this is our very last show of 2023. So I just want to throw a moment. How has your year been? What are you coming year? What's all on your mind today, Barbara?
I'm going to go into 2024 being more of a real grown up, a better grandma, a better, you know. And so I'm learning from some of the smart people. I'm learning from Einstein, what he said when he wrote to his daughter and talking about there's a force in the universe. He said, don't release this until you think that he is the most powerful force, creative force. And that's love. And he talked about, people are always asking him, do you believe? And he talked about the God of spin that said it's not inside a closed building. You know, if you want to see God, it's nature, you know, looking at the stars and the moon and the trees and the birds. And so I'm trying to become that person that if something hurts me, that I can take the drums. And yeah, every generation, the new improved work, and see it, you know, when you spend time interacting with them and being open to these children about, you know, this, learning from some of these, Mr. Chaz, CHAZZ, a new Facebook, and he's brilliant about saying when they're hitting or pushing another kid rather than react, because he said then we're going into, you know, into that high conscious and ask them rather than reacting to what they're doing and just getting on their level, trying to help communicate by showing. And I was told this works for animals too. That you're showing. This is how you say the term. Rather, than fish things that just really make sense. Like need to learn, and hopefully we'll learn by how to communicate lovingly and intelligently. And that's my excitement for right now. My determination for this year, besides getting healthier, and I really know strong mind-body connection. So if we want to get healthier, then we can kind of be more loving. About Rover, how you can make money taking in other people's dogs for a while. My daughter, who just turned 4, been watching 3 dogs. and the faith she had, and the patience. My daughter's eyes, we go to a science museum, and I watch what she does with the camera, all that she's seeing, and I realize I didn't see that much, so I used to see through someone else's eyes, especially someone younger. That's like such a pleasure, because you get to see how they're seeing even more, more wonderfully. So that's a lot of stuff, right? To try to digest life. Yeah.
Career, and how do you think the Acts of Kindness series is going to benefit the world and the youth for being kind, for ocean, anti-bullying, climate change?
Oh, definitely. Definitely being kind. They say this wouldn't have happened without Harriet Beecher Stowe getting people to relate Tom from Tom's cabin and feel this pain, and people could say nobody should be treated like that, and people could get emotional. And children, kindness and caring about. We're also we're teaching ourselves too, right? We're creating a brighter future, a much better future, and yeah, it's so important. The work that you're doing is so beautiful and so important to keep being really proud. You're focused and determination, making that happen. Thank you. Thank you for being.
Well, thank you too. And we want to thank Leanne, because Leanne is using and to bring the books and the animation movies and continue the series and the app games. They're all available on YouTube, so you can share that with your grandkids or any of them.
Oh, wonderful. So I go to YouTube and I look for underwater.
The Acts of Kindness series. There's Greta Gobble on the golf course. There's Chelsea the Courageous Cyclers, the fingerspelling underwater acts of kindness, who rehabilitates Noah the heart of, and he has to learn the finger spelling AS world and life. Is he going to have with his family with all this swirling plastic trash going around from the Great Pacific Garbage? Advocated to Boynton, as well as acknowledgement to Leanne McLaughlin with clean water, especially teachers can go on donors choose and coloring books. So we got good things that are happening out there.
So if you're a teacher, you get on donors choose or coming up with the funding for the books. So how does that?
Whoever's donating, whoever wants to go on can find a school or a class. The teachers just post, I need the Acts of Kindness series for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, climate change, on the social emotional learning curriculum. It's also sign language, it's education, and they post it. They can select the puppets off of Amazon, and they post what they want for their classroom, and come through and fund it. So,
Yeah.
lots of teachers done it. Good Morning America has raised millions of dollars several years ago for donations. So,
Something else to share. They're finding that if you teach your babies sign language when they're first, like, they're not really speaking it, they're trying to relate, then you get children that not to scream every time something, start crying to get their parents' attention.
Basically telling you, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diet. I want a red Corvette when I turn 16, but that's down the road. But anyway, sign language tend to have a higher IQ, and it is distancing as well as communications as well. So we have a great Auckland here again with Barbara and teacher. And
you said about seeing children's eyes and to their opinion on what's really going on in the world. And I think that's very important. What we're doing, you know, our whole thing is for children and their families to have water. Teaching the children how to assemble the world connected up like Lego, and then they become goodwill. Our world theme that we do, and then we have a big inauguration celebration, but we lead with the children educating the communities about the water to be able to go to school and get the water. Our whole thing, we like to set up when we're doing most of the water units will go in school clinics, and then we teach the children about the water and how to connect it. Then they go home to their families and to the community, and they're the leaders. So I really love it on how to lead with the children. Plus, they're so creative, especially now when you look at social media to get it. I was in a meeting with the United Nations, and they were saying that, you know, you got to get the youth, tell them about the situation. To get the children involved, I think is awesome.
And they love to help.
Idea of the water management, also people keep, you know, getting exposed in Africa. Every sort of people don't get to. So it sort of gives malaria. I don't know if you've heard about malaria.
Yes,
So
because we're in Africa, so you're exactly right. We're doing it in Gambia, and we've already
you
been
can
in
come to
South Africa.
Nigeria.
Yeah, well, you have to exchange your email and do that. I got some friends in Nigeria right now, actually, that just got their laptops. In my email box, you'll see the email and the clean water fountain.
I just sent my email to you.
Okay, I got it. Yep, got both. Maybe we can get on WhatsApp because that just arrived in area just a few days.
Yeah, I idea of what you're doing. I feel a lot of people are dying because of drinking, you know, terrible water. So, like, even I was treated because I had malaria type. I think 2 weeks ago. In fact, it almost killed me. And
Wow.
it almost killed me because you get the water you isn't clean enough. to drink water self is a challenge, yeah, because you get to buy water and what you're drinking is not tasting nice. So that's why I said company or what you're doing. And
no, what you
I would
said
like
is true, because we just did a deal in Swaziland, South Africa, and the driver who picked up our people delivering the water units got that day, and it was like you could get a waterborne illness like overnight. Um, the driver got sick, just like you said. Exactly.
Yeah, I wanted to collapse. I wanted to say it because and funny enough, I was the one at home. I was all of a sudden as I sweating, as I feeling this intense headache. All right, I just had to rush to the hospital, and when I did the test, they told me I had malaria typhoid. And when I was receiving the treatment, I was tired. I was feeling dizzy. It was like this, and where did I get it from? It was from water, and some mosquitoes that were exposed. They're also in Africa. So I feel like what you're doing is something that would definitely benefit lives, because people keep dying because of this. Imagine I didn't have money to rush myself to where I could be treated.
That's right.
I could have been speaking to you today. I was speaking to court. I've been joining some meetings, and I was like, no, I'm feeling well. I'm feeling sick. I can't do talk. It was like you having COVID-19. So it's not, and I think like Nigeria to help people. In that regard, would be a long way.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when you look, the world's hospital beds are filled with born illnesses. So imagine if you had water, you could actually free 50% of the world's hospital beds. Fourth, a day clean, fresh drinking water. So it's a serious issue. That put something in Nigeria. I got some friends there that I'll reach out to them, but let's put something together, because we're all over the world. So we could definitely go to Nigeria without a doubt. And we got a connection with you, and I got some friends over there as we speak.
Yeah, interesting. According to John Donne, he said every death of an individual diminishes. We are all involved in mankind, meaning that we need to look out for one another. So, who we expect to, it's something nice. People keep getting infections through water, and I mean, it's something that I feel like about it is such a blessing to me today.
If it wasn't for Sue and Emily connecting us up on, amazing. So look at this amazing thing that just for all of us to connect up along with Mariana and the whole team today. I mean, amazing people. Look what we've all done, and now we're creating that magic that we're talking about. Yeah, let's definitely make it happen. I wrote down all your info. Definitely be getting in contact.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Then when we're in the next show, we'll talk about the next moves that we've been doing for 2024 to make this happen.
Yeah, I'm glad about that, because he would even allow me to even write so much about. I would like to, going by what I have as with respect to, you know, illnesses and all sort of, having to go to the hospital, this test, conduct that test, and be, scared about shit tomorrow. So I feel like I don't. It's something that I don't even need to be paid necessity. It's a necessity for us to prevent going through what we have experienced. So, I mean, whoever wants to come and support nice initiative, we need access to clean water. We need access to water.
That's exactly right. It's amazing what you said. You said I may not have even been on this show. I didn't have the money to go to the hospital. I had a waterborne illness. And I mean, you're a testimonial right there. I learned that, like I said, when we were putting our equipment in South Africa, and the driver got sick. And imagine the people who can't get access to a hospital or can have, money to, just like you said.
Yeah.
That's serious. What you just said a few minutes ago is super serious.
Yeah, okay, going to the hospital like that. I wouldn't have made it, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it at all. I'll be dead by now. And it's sort of uh speak something to me every time I think about it. That what about people that are what about people that cannot afford to go and see a doctor? Because the truth is, you go to a public hospital in Nigeria, they might not attend to you. All right, and to conduct a test here is expensive. I spent to be treated from malaria and typhoid. So I mean, having access to water, like I said, is very having access to clean water is very, very important. And if you have agencies that are interested in supporting us on this course, it would really go a long way. And these agencies must be monitored. It's not about just giving them money. They must show evidences of what they are. There's this bodies in Africa suffering from it, whereby we get to give people money and they use the money on us. So about just also need to monitor people. It's what they do with money. I always see it everywhere I go. So yeah, I just have to say this.
No, we use that as a testimonial. Like we're starting this 24-hour video marketing with some great marketing people, and we have to get your testimony. United Nations told us we need young people, you and younger people to get involved. We need your generation to take the lead on this. So happy that we connected up. Along with what you just said, we just had some schoolgirls in Kenya put signs up more cholera because we put the water units in schools, and people around the world don't know that it's that serious. That you got billions of people dying because of lack of fresh drinking water. As we've had conversation, look at how many people have just died. Looking at how many people die per minute because of clean water. On this conversation, we didn't just had, you're looking at thousands of people dying of
Definitely.
no water.
Definitely. And even the dirty was not expensive. All right. It's like what we just had a new president in Nigeria and everything doubled, something, let's say at the rate of $10. And in the space of months, from $10 it moves to $30. So everything has, yes, that's what we are experiencing, this crazy inflation. Things are high compared to how it used, how they used to be. So imagine how many people that are dying like every. As a matter of fact, I just spoke about that. I'm very sure that somebody just died. So and
exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people suffering from this are people living in rural places whereby they don't have access to drugs. They don't have access to buy. I don't know if you know vitamin C. There's something we call vitamin C. it's like something very cheap, like a drug that helps your immune, just to ensure that your life, which is not enough, which is enough dying. So we need people who can help us with this. Obviously, the government is not doing enough, but we individuals, good individuals, that would help us with this. Yeah.
You're right, the grassroots, it's got a grassroots, like people like you, and they want to get like folks like you involved, take the lead. So
definitely, I could actually come, with ideas, political, and how we could actually achieve these things, if properly managed. I think the website would need to do up, should not take me. I'll say of less than 48 hours. I could speak to the school today. I could speak to the school on Friday or on Wednesday, when everything, when after the festive period, when everything back to normal. So to come up with ideas, to put people together with respect to something that saves people's lives is something that we don't even need to be paid for it. It's free. It's a free thing. So we need to save lives. We need to save lives.
that's exactly right. My personal one, and you had email to the website.
Yeah, I do.
In the leon19
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
The number of amazing things that have happened here over the course of this past year, I am just in awe of all the great connections. You guys are amazing. I love this. What a tremendous way to be wrapping up 2023 here for World of Ability. Actually, I want to go around the room here real quick and just give everybody a chance to say a few words. What's on the top of your mind, whether it's things that happened today or things from this past year or looking forward into 2024, whatever your preference is. Take a moment to go around the room and just see what final thoughts you guys have for today. Marianne, how about we start with you?
You are on mute, Marianne.
There we go.
Well, thank you so much for having us here and networking and teamwork. And we have great things that are going to be happening. I'm really excited to work with Leon and his marketing team. It's going to be a dream come true, not only just for me, for the world. We have alphabetic people worldwide with hearing loss who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And we're leaving a legacy. And it's been a lot of years of work, but I know Leon's going to make it happen. And thank everybody from Neighborhood Projects and World Ability who we've connected through over the years. Mahalo.
Thank you so much, Marianne. And actually, we do have one more friend joining us here. We're actually just going around the room real quick. But you know what, Emily, I think I'll pass quick if you want to introduce Jeanette real quick and give her a chance to say hello. I'm so glad you're here.
So Jeanette, we met through the Happy Neighborhood Project. She is in the Mary Kay business. And I believe she's in Florida. So, Jeanette, if you want to say anything you'd like to say?
The phone.
You're perfect.
Oh, okay. My name is Jeanette Dethridge. I've been with Mary Kay for 39 years. And Emily, I've been in one of her shows. We know each other. And then up in my mail, like, anytime you want in the next hour, like, I didn't know what it was. It's good to see you all.
Awesome. So glad you're here. Actually, we're just perfect though. We're going around the room just to kind of say what today, what if you have any thoughts looking back past year, there's so many things to be thankful for, and also looking in things to look forward to. So I think I'll continue going around the room to speak to that as well.
I'm so grateful that I hear you guys and I get to be part of something that's beautiful, meaningful, and it just got my mind that the person that I grew up with, and caring, that's to received and hopefully making a difference in the world. Thank you.
Barbara, you definitely make it. I am going to go ahead and pass on to Leon next.
It has been an amazing year, and 2024 people and the shows. It's been a lot of magic happening, and we're gonna have a great 2024. As I said, if anybody want to join us, w.cleanwaterfoundation, wa.org. And thank you for having me on your show.
Awesome. Man, you're amazing. All the things is so here, and all the success and all the great things you. Deo, it's your turn to come on and share some thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, can you come again?
I was just asking, so here is on your mind, whether it's thinking back to this past year or looking forward into this coming year, just where are you at right now?
Most abundantly, I just have to love people. The more, it's just about love to people, showing that I care and ensuring that we create a better society for all. We are here temporarily, and thing that we can always look back in gratitude is making lives better. We need to show more love. We need to care more about people. What anybody has done to them, regardless of the terrible experiences, we need to keep on loving people. And most importantly, family is everything. And try to be alive, because being alive is
Impressive young man, and I have so many great hopes for you. So grateful for you to be here. Add with thoughts from this past year to this upcoming year.
I moved here in South Florida. COVID started, so we stayed isolated for 3. I only got out of jail. I went to Dallas and I came back with COVID. But now, I mean, we're both healthy. He's got cancer, but he's great attitude. So I'm just kind of excited that I'm no longer in isolation jail, and my goal this year is to in person, not just Zoom.
We are grateful for Zoom because that's how we got to connect.
Yes.
So glad you're here.
Hybrid.
Yes. That's the best way. You get the best of both worlds that way. Emily, I'm going to pass.
One second, because I find you at www.cleanwaterfoundation.
It is wa.org.
Okay.
Yes. WA for Washington. www.cleanwaterfoundation.org.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, Emily, it's your turn.
Well, 2023 has been a good year, but I was looking forward to the new year and the how the people and things are going to meet and do. And I want to thank everybody on here. I was looking forward to having more people or new people on here as well as the regulars, of course. But so if you have anybody you'd like to bring on, feel free to bring them on, and my friends. So yeah, this is great. So yeah, I want for all of our guests who have been on the show all year and will continue to be, and the new, I'm afraid of the new people that will show up. So
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. And this has been a tremendous year. I'm trying to remember when I actually kind of started sitting in the main host role in this group with World of Ability, because I know Kurt had he's been doing some, and I've come to it at some point over the course of the year, and I have had so much fun getting to have these amazing conversations, all these connections, all the fun that has happened, all the things I am so grateful for. I know Kurt's here, conversation happening. He hasn't even had to pop in, add anything at any point, at any time, because you guys are just that amazing. Sometimes lean on him a little bit when he's got the gift again. He can carry on any conversation with anybody, anytime, and he's amazing. And I'm grateful for that. But this is something that he had envisioned a long time ago. I'm grateful for this chance to cross the world ability here, and the number of topics hit over this year and 2024. I am excited and I'm ready. So